children, we have seen that Omri has got a cupboard, a mirrored cupboard, as his birthday present from his elder brother, Gilan. And he was quite surprised to get it because Gilan's pocket money was stopped. And after getting the cupboard, Omri was wondering whether he could he could fit a key into the door to it or not. Then the mother said that she had the key box where search for the proper key, and Omri had searched for the keys. Only few keys he had got that would fit to his cupboard, and the last key where he had kept, that was quite ornamental, and that was beautifully decorated on the top. And when the mother saw the key, she exclaimed that it was her grandmother's key to her jewelry box, which she had got from Florence in Italy. And Omri's mother had kept it with her. The key was kept it with her in order to remember her grandmother. But as the time had passed, the ribbon which she had tied to the loop of the key, that had been shredded, and he would lose it, that she would lose it. That is, in that fear, the mother had kept it, the key, inside the key box, and then she had forgotten the key. Now Omri was blaming his mother about that, whether if it was your favorite key, it was your grandmother's key, and you wish to keep it with you forever and remember her, then why didn't you put it inside a chain? So she said that it was my fault that I haven't put it into a chain. Now I'm giving it to you. It fits your cupboard door. So you keep it carefully, don't lose it. And then Omri kept his cupboard by his bedside, and he was wondering what he would keep inside that, what was so small that he would keep inside the cupboard. Uh, It is supposed to be for medicine, said Gillan. You could keep your nose drops in it. So when he was wondering that what he would keep inside the cupboard, his elder brother Gillan had suggested that since it is so small, it is meant to be the medicine cupboard. So why don't you keep your nose drops inside it? Why don't you pop this in? His mother suggested, and opened her hand. No. First Omri replied that no, that is just wasting it. Besides, I haven't any other medicine. So I have only one nose drop, and I don't have any other medicines. I don't use any other medicine. So if I keep it as the medicine cupboard, so it would be a complete waste. So that is not going to happen. Then the mother is suggesting, why don't you pop this in? His mother suggested, and opened her hand. In it was Patrick's Red Indian. The mother showed him something in her hand, that why don't you keep it inside? So Omri when he glanced at it, he found that it was the Red Indian toy that Patrick had given him as his birthday present. I found it when I was putting your trousers in the washing machine. Mother said that I found this toy inside your trousers pocket when I was putting them into the washing machine. Omri carefully stood the Indian on the shelf. Omri took the toy and keep it inside the shelf. Are you going to shut the door? Asked his mother. Yes, and lock it. Mother asked whether you are going to lock the door. to the cupboard? So he said, yes, obviously I'm going to lock the door, and I will lock it also. Shut the door and I will lock it also, because I have the key. He did this and then kissed his mother, and she turned the light out, and he lay down on his side looking at the cupboard. He felt very content. Content means satisfied. He was very much satisfied that he has got, his birthday has gone well, and he has got so many presents, and the cupboard, which was his one of the favorite things that he liked. He was quite content that the cupboard had a lock in its door, and he could lock, he had found the key that would fit into it, and he could lock the door. So he kissed his mother good night, and mother turned off the lights, and then he laid down, and he was very much satisfied that his day went very well. Just as he was dropping off to sleep, his eyes snapped open. He had thought he heard a little noise, but no. All was quiet. His eyes closed again. So, when he was about to sleep, suddenly he woke up. He opened up his eyes, and because he thought that he heard some kind of noise. He just listened to some time, but then it was quiet. Everything was quiet. So he thought that everything, it was just his imagination, and everything was quiet. And then he again went off to sleep. In the morning, there was no doubt about it. The noise actually woke him. When the morning came, he woke up at some noise. Something was making a loud noise, and that had caused him to wake up. He lay perfectly still in the dawn light, staring at the cupboard, from which was now coming a most extraordinary series of sounds. A pattering, a tapping, a scrabbling, and surely a high-pitched noise almost like a tiny voice. So he was like very afraid. He was just stunned, and he was looking at the cupboard in stunned silence in the early morning. And because the sound was coming from that cupboard, it was like somebody was banging the door, somebody was shouting behind the doors. To be truthful, Omri was petrified. Petrified means too much afraid, not many, so much afraid that he was scared to move the limbs or breathe also. Who wouldn't be? Undoubtedly, there was something alive in that cupboard. At last, he put out his hand and touched it. He pulled very carefully. The door was tight shut, but as he pulled, the cupboard moved just slightly. The noise from inside instantly stopped. Somehow he gathered courage and touched the cupboard. And as soon as he touched the cupboard, the noise from inside stopped, but the cupboard shifted a little bit. He lay still for a long time, wondering. Had he imagined it? The noise did not start again. At last, he cautiously turned the key and opened the cupboard door. So he was he tried to open the door. He checked the door. It was completely locked, as he had locked it the previous night. But then he thought that, am I imagining things? Then he got some courage, and he slowly turned the key and opened the door of the cupboard. The Indian was gone. The toy red Indian was not there. Omri sat up sharply in the bed and peered into the dark corners. Suddenly he saw him, but he wasn't on the shelf anymore. He was at the bottom of the cupboard, and he wasn't standing upright. He was crouching in the darkest corner, half hidden by the front of the cupboard. And he was alive. Now Omri, when he opened the cupboard door, he found that his toy was not inside the shelf, and he quickly he got up on the bed and looked into the cupboard very carefully, and then he found that the toy was not absolutely lost or gone. It was at the bottom of the cupboard, and it was not standing upright. It was crouching down as if it was trying to hide from somebody. And it was also surprising that the toy, which was a non-living thing, had suddenly become alive. So it was actually Omri's fantasy. It never happens. A toy which is a non-living thing cannot become a living thing. So it was Omri's imagination completely, and maybe he was still dreaming. He might be dreaming during that time. It was not his imagination also. He might be dreaming that he had woken up and he had heard the noise from the cupboard, and when he opened the cupboard, he found that his non-living red Indian toy had become a live one. So, this story ends over here. We will be solving the question answers now. You will copy down the question answers that will be given with the PDF. Okay. And also copy down the word meanings. Learn the word meanings from the lesson.